What's up, guys? Otaku Tacos back again with another review, and today we're going to be bringing you a review of episode 3 of 91 Days.
Today, people don't look back at music.
So after the surprising ending of episode 2, we were left wondering what would happen to Angelo. So we thought that his plan was a pretty solid plan, but it turns out Serpente's body was gone by the beginning of the second episode. And now we're left with the aftermath as to what's going to happen to Angelo and how he's going to be able to explain himself. At first we thought that it was really going to be like a huge shitstorm for him. He was maybe going to get shot, or he would have to like run away from him, but it ended up being like that Nero was actually pretty rational about it, and the most rational approach was for Nero to ask for the body.
Or to look for it, really, because he didn't know where the fuck it went.
That's true. So now Angelo's tasked with finding Serpente's body, and it appears that he does have a lead as to where it could have been. The only other person that night that was with them was Serotto, and it was only shown for a few moments, and afterwards we completely looked over him.
Yeah, he was like a distraction.
So there, so then you see Cortio approach Serotto in the bar, and both Cortio and Angelo interrogate him to try to find out what he has done with the body. To which Serotto actually explains that he got too greedy, and then reveals that he actually sold the body to the Federal Bureau of Prohibition.
One of their officers.
One of their officers named Scusa, who happens to be a corrupt officer. We're faced with many problems now. So you have these three families who are trying to keep the peace, but now a member of the Oracle family is now dead, to which the Oracle family doesn't even know that the person is dead.
Yeah.
You have the Venetti family trying to hide the fact that that he's dead.
Yeah, one of their family has killed.
And then the prohibition guys pretty much blackmailing them into buying him. Otherwise, information, the info that Serpente is dead would get out and then start a huge war. So you have these families that are pretty much on the brink of a war. And they're each just trying to play their part to maintain the peace. But it looks like sooner rather than later, everything's just gonna go to shit.
Well, if you think about it, like all the families were like on the brink. Like they try to keep the peace, but the smallest little thing could have pushed anybody over. And I think where it really started was whenever Trunco got killed, by Serpente, and that's really like the whole match to the fucking box. The whole situation. Yeah,
because it just triggered like a chain reaction. Vano trying to take revenge for Trunco's death, and then him dying, and now since he died,
because Vano finding Serpente was a coincidence. Overall.
Yes, that wasn't the initial plan. The initial plan was to
kill Fango.
Yeah, to kill Fango, but Fango actually got away. So you actually see a few of the viewpoints for two of the families. The Galicias family is still somewhat unknown. We only see one character, Ronaldo, who is part of the Galicias family. But apart from that, we haven't seen any of their members yet, so we have no idea what their thoughts are. But we can assume that the Galicias family is the main family responsible for keeping the peace, because these two families don't really want to piss this family off. So we see Fango, who comes back, and then he explains to Don Orco that someone that he believes to be from the Venetti family tried to kill him, and so Don Orco just completely dismisses that, and he says he's not going to start a war based on such assumptions, and also because he just got a few scraps on his feet.
Yeah.
But you see that Fango is actually very, he does pretty much what he wants, and Don Orco doesn't do anything about it, and that makes me question why he's letting Fango, do the things he does, disrespect him like that. So I have no idea. Perhaps maybe Don Orco's actually kind of scared of this guy. He's kind of crazy. He's volatile, and it looks like he could, do anything at any given moment just to,
Actually, just for the hell of it.
Yeah, really.
I don't think he acts upon anything besides his own will.
You also have the Venettis who are trying to cover up the body. So now, Ronaldo suggests something that I'm not sure if Vincent would actually go ahead and do, but he just suggests that Nero should be killed. Yeah. Because otherwise, the Don of the Galicias family, Don Galicia, would get the family personally involved. Yeah. Which I assume would be just an all-out war between all the families.
I think that would be the whole declaration of war right there.
Yeah, so they have to keep the peace. So now, what exactly is going to happen? Are they going to kill Nero or not?
So we're faced with the fact that Ronaldo He's all in for it. And Vincent, the Don of the Venetti family, we don't really see a reaction towards what he really wants to do in that situation. He kind of doesn't really answer upon it. But Freight, Nero's younger brother, he's like, we'll let him escape. We'll pretend like we killed him off. That way, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to see his brother fucking get shot just, over this dispute. So he comes out with an alibi on like, oh, we're gonna give him this story that he escaped because he figured it out, and we come to a scene where they have a shootout between Fango and Nero and Angelo, and after that shootout, that's whenever Fango actually figures out that Serpente is dead. So I guess he's the first member of the Orco family that figures out that Serpente is actually dead. After that, we switch to the next scene. Nero and Angelo are gonna depart the town or city because Freight had warned him about, we're not assuring you that you'll be safe here. You should probably leave because they're gonna put a hit on you. And so Nero decides, that'll probably be the safest thing. So after the event at the funeral, which aren't much, but you see Angelo and Nero driving off, and then we see a new character, I'm guessing, and this character gets a phone call, and the person on the other side of the phone says, hey, there's just two of them, which is Nero and Angelo, and just take them out both. And the hitman, our new character, he doesn't say much, but me and Al, we rewinded the video and tried to analyze who actually put the hit on him, who finished off the order, and we're thinking it was Ronaldo. The voice kind of sounds like him, but maybe over the phone, even in animations, people are gonna sound different. But I'm suspecting that it was Ronaldo that actually went all the way through with it, because he's the one that was really thinking, he's the one that came up with the plan in the first place. So I'm really thinking he's the one that pulled through with the whole idea and set the hit on him. And that's really where we are suspensefully.
Before this video ends, I'd like to refer back to the scene where Freight is warning Nero about the possibility of the Galicias family putting a hit out on him. In this scene, Angelo actually asks Freight where the funeral service is going to be held for Vino, and after Freight tells him, he just smiles, and the only person who actually sees him smile is Cortio. So just based off of that, I can infer that Angelo is planning something, most likely to kill Nero, find a perfect time and place for them to be alone, and then try to kill Nero. However, since this whole hit is actually being placed on both of them,
but Angelo doesn't know that.
Angelo doesn't know that. This could mess up his plans. So it could possibly be that he will try to kill Nero, but fail to do so because this hitman gets in the way, or he might not even try to kill him at all. But based on his facial expression, I would assume that he has a plot. And there's a reason why he smiled after learning where they're gonna bury Vino at. Those are the things that stood out to us in this episode. Apart from that, we'd like to know what you guys think. What do you think will happen next episode? We'd like to know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button if you like what you saw. But most importantly,
eat veggies, watch your hentai, because it'll bring you good health.
Otaku Tacos out.
We will be here forever. Do you understand? Forever. Ever.